Hey everybody, Shannon here from Pendant Design Company. I'm jumping on. I'm super excited to show you guys something on fabric today. So we're getting ready to be like in the biggest decor season and gift giving season of the year. And who doesn't love gifts on fabric? Shirts, totes, handbags, banners, pillowcases. It's endless. And even if you didn't want to give gifts, it's a totally perfect way to like decorate your house and have everything going for the holidays. So I'm gonna put you guys up on the live and then I'll be able to see you guys and answer your questions. Today we're gonna be working on a banner. The banner actually that I'm gonna be working on comes in two little sizes. This is a pendant banner, so it has this cute little point. I don't know if it's hard for y'all to see that. But it comes in this mini size and it actually comes in a larger one. We're gonna be working on the larger one today. So we're gonna ink on here and then we will dry it. Let me grab a dryer and then we will actually press it right here and it'll be good to go as soon as we're done and exciting. So while people are jumping on, I'm just gonna grab the blow dryer and we'll get going. Before I get started, I tell myself, kids, check. Dogs, check. Ink and all the tools I need, check. And then I was like, no, not really, because I didn't have the blow dryer. But not too shabby, because it was close by. So, I hope y'all are doing well. If you pop on, say hello so that I can welcome you and let me know if this is the first time that you're seeing me. I have a lot of new people to the page, so I know we're gonna be making a lot of new friends and seeing a lot of new faces. So say hello so I can welcome you. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. So what we're gonna be making today is a little hanging banner, and it's just gonna be a simple initial. So this is a very easy project. You always could get more fancy with it and you could add like little decorations around it or whatever you want to do, but I'm going to show you a very simple initial. So your banner is going to come just like this. This actually comes rolled up, but you just roll it out and you're good to go. It's also going to come with a little stick and the twine for hanging. So if you want to hang it shorter, you can do so by just tying it a little bit tighter. If you can see that, give me like a little heart if you know what I'm talking about. And that's it. And the initials come, there's one for every single letter, and there's a lot of cutesy little things you can put around it, but today we'll keep it simple. So what I'm gonna be using is an ink mat. If you don't have an ink mat and you're doing a lot of ink projects, this thing is amazing. I have two on hand, so if you're local to me, let me know and we'll go ahead and get you one of those because it's perfect for all your pillowcases. It's actually sticky. So when you put your fabric pieces onto it, it holds them in place for you so you're not worried about your projects moving around, because that's no fun. Okay, so I went ahead, if you notice, I already put my A on here. I actually like lined up the placement so that I knew that my letters were gonna be in a good spot. Hey Becky. So I went ahead and put this on here. What I used is a reusable silk screen transfer. So this is gonna be able to be used with both ink and paste. You're gonna choose what you want to use based on your project, and if you need help knowing what to use, shoot me a message, let me know what you're working on, and we'll kind of walk together through it and we'll figure out what you're gonna need. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and do the A. And I feel like as much as I tried to put it on, I feel like it looks a little off center. Does it look off center to y'all? Let's see. I might move it over just a smidge. The beauty with these silk screen transfers is you can use them again and again and again and again. So if you're not perfect, like I'm not perfect, you can move it over and reposition it to get it right. And then you just smooth it out back on there. And I was kind of looking at it, holding it up like to some light so I could kind of see whereabouts the one was before. So I can kind of make them even. Okay, now I'm gonna put this down onto this super sticky mat here that we have. So when I put it on the sticky mat, this is gonna keep the ink from going through to the other side. If I was doing a t-shirt, it would keep the ink from going through the shirt to the other side. Tote bags, anything fabric, pillowcases, you name it, you could do it. Okay, so I'm just smoothing this guy right out on here, and you know what? It actually helps flatten it out so that there's no wrinkles, which that's exciting too, because then you don't even have to worry about ironing. I'm also going to be using my Cricut heat press today. If you don't have one of those, don't worry about it. Just use your home iron, put it on high for 4 minutes on both sides, and you'll be able to heat set all your projects. So the projects that you see me doing like this, you can throw them in the washing machine, wash and wear. I have a teenage boy who I make t-shirts for, and I have to wash all those clothes many times, and you can totally do that. So I actually do have the Cricut heat press here. This is the Martha Stewart edition, I believe, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. So if you have a heat press, go ahead and use that. And with this one, I'm just gonna turn it on at 350 and do it for 30 seconds on both sides. But that's that. Hey Megan, hey Christy. I can like kind of see y'all and like kind of not. I love the internet here. Not too much. Okay, so today we're gonna be using black ink because I'm actually making a banner very similar to the one I've already done, but we're gonna do it in another letter. So with your ink, you're not having to move as fast as you would as if you were using the chalk paste. Hey Miss Chris Coda, how are you doing? So my ink I use pretty frequently, so I'm confident that it's stirred. If it needed to be stirred, go ahead and use something that's plastic. I prefer a little plastic stir stick, but you're welcome to use whatever you see fit. And I'm gonna be using a mini squeegee. So I'm just gonna get some of my ink paste, and I'm just gonna put the ink down onto the silk screen, just covering that letter. I'm gonna try to not go off of the sides. If you do go off the sides, I believe there's a little stain remover stuff that you could try to use. This is not as forgiving as chalk is. So just put it down and cover the silk screen. And I prefer to do, when I'm doing black, I actually do 2 coats. So I put 1 coat down and cover it completely, and then I do the same thing all over again, just to make sure that I really get in that coverage. That's not necessarily a requirement. If you don't do that, that's okay. That's just something that I prefer to do because then I feel like there's no spots that I missed. And feel free to ask me questions if you guys have them. If I don't catch it right now while we're live, I will come back and answer your questions later. So I'm scraping off the excess and I'm putting it right back in the jar. I'm gonna throw that squeegee in a little water pot that I have, and I'm gonna get this closed up because I'm kind of messy, and if I don't close it, I feel as though it might be like I'm all over the place. Okay, so now I'm gonna peel up my silk screen transfer. I'm gonna be sticking this transfer to the side. I'm gonna wash it after we're done with the video, and then I'll be able to use it 8 to 12 more times minimum. So if I want to do Christmas words or gifts for weddings or initials for family members, all kinds of stuff like that, I totally can do that with the same exact silk screen. And if I wanted to use a chalk paste rather than an ink, I could do that as well. So if you guys buy, let's say you bought your initial transfer and you wanted to go ahead and make like a banner, and then your sister-in-law wants to go ahead and make something on metal, plastic, wood, on a cabinet door, whatever it is, she could totally use the chalk paste and go ahead and do that. So I'm just gonna peel this up. If you saw Olivia's video, I'm gonna peel and reveal. She's too silly. And I'm gonna stick this off to the side. Okay, so now we have our banner is done. Now what you could do once you finish your fabric project is you could just lay it out somewhere where it's not gonna really be in the way or get messed with, and you could just let it dry. But what I'm gonna do for the sake of the video is I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with a blow dryer so that it can dry quicker, and then I can show you guys the heat setting process. Hey Jennifer, hey Valerie. I'm gonna turn this guy on real quick. There's no rhyme or reason to that. I'm just drying it. Like if you want to do it with the cold air or the hot air or no air and just set it out, whatever you want to do, whatever's convenient for you. These products are specifically made to work for whatever you want them to work for. So that's the beauty of it. Okay, I'm grabbing this heat mat. This goes to the Cricut. This is just something that you put underneath so that I'm not burning up countertops and tabletops and desktops and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, because Mr. Fallon would not be happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my project down. Now, if you're using an iron, you're gonna wanna go ahead and do the same exact thing that I'm doing right now. Do it on your, heat friendly area. If you're using like an ironing board or whatever, that's totally fine. I did that for a whole entire year until I totally bit the bullet and got the Cricut. And it's only because I do so much projects that I find that it's a little bit faster for me and it's more convenient. So I saved up and I got the Cricut. But I mean, use an iron if that's what you got. Also, I'm going to be using a tea towel. I'm going to put a tea towel down in between my project and the Cricut. And if you have parchment paper, you can use that. I don't know that I've ever bought parchment paper ever before in my life. I don't know that I've ever had a need for it, so I don't have it. But if you have it, feel free to use it. A tea towel, parchment paper, either one of those is gonna be perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this Cricut going for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do it on the other side. Now, even though this banner is gonna be hanging up on the wall, and it's not going to be probably touched by tiny little sticky hands and all that kind of stuff, maybe it gets dusty over the years and you wanna throw it in the wash. You definitely could do that. You would untie your string, take the string off, take the banner off, throw it in the wash. Because it's been heat set, you can wash it. So that's no problem at all. This thing has beeped, so we're gonna go ahead and flip it over. And as far as the heat press goes, I'm finding that, I know some of my friends use vinyl cutters and all that kind of stuff. And they have to press it down when they're doing it. I've never had to press this before. I don't know if it's because vinyl, you're trying to get it to stick on there or something like that. I'm not very vinyl proficient. I have a cutter machine, but I can't use it because it's complicated. So I just use this stuff, and it's super easy for me, and it's quick, and that's how I like it. So when this is done, it's gonna be completely ready to go, and we're gonna have an awesome little banner for me to give. So I actually had a friend of mine who was like, hey, would it be okay if I would pay you to make me a banner? And I was like, of course. I love making stuff. I already have the materials, and it's really easy for me, so doesn't hurt to get a nice little income while I'm at home with my kids, and I can make a video and I can share with you guys, and it can be tons of fun. So there's our little banner for our A, and we actually did like her whole name, and last name rather, and she'll be stringing them up together. So super fun to do. So if you like this, or you like projects like these, and let me know if you guys want to see more fabric projects, because the holidays are coming, and I got some really cute, I dropped it. I got these really cutie banners. I should iron this guy out, right? I'm like, this Cricut's good for a lot of things. Okay, and we'll turn that off. Okay, so now that it's flat and amazing looking, this one also has a string. I just didn't put it on there quite yet, because I personally like to ink on them without the stick inside. That way I can do it. But if you see, it has the little hole. So this little guy comes with all the pieces that you need in order to do it. And you can string it up one, or imagine you can string them up all together. So super fun. But that's it for today. I popped on because Christian was asleep, and the older kids agreed to behave themselves, and I was like, hey, I'll take that. But if you guys have questions, please let me know. I can't wait to start doing more projects for the upcoming season. If you love Halloween, drop Halloween in the comments. If you're loving to get ready for Christmas or Thanksgiving, drop those in the comments as well. I want to know what it is that you guys are really wanting to decorate for, so that way I can prepare myself. And if you're local to me, I have started doing small group classes, which is super fun and exciting. You get to pick 1 or 2 surfaces, and the classes are only $20 to $25, which is super affordable. And you get to take home a project that's completely done, and you get all the help in the world to do it. So if you're interested in doing that with 1 or 2 of your friends, go ahead and let me know. You can let me know in the comments. If you'd rather just private message me, you're welcome to do that as well. And now Olivia's over here talking to me. So that's a cue for me to jump off here. Come here. Okay. Okay. So we are gonna jump off here. Say bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Say, if you want to come to my classes, join us.
Yeah, we'll be making hedgehog stars.
Hedgehog and stars?
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah.
On the same project?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cool.
Well, that sounds like tons of fun. Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Please